Zhang Sanfeng is a legendary figure in Chinese lore, renowned for his profound influence on martial arts and Taoism. He was thought to have lived more than 200 years. So, how did he do it? Let's take a look at his life and find out. According to scholarly records, he was born in 1247, either in the northeastern province of Liaoning or on Dragon Tiger Mountain in Jiangxi Province. His birth name was Quan Yu, though throughout his life, he adopted various names such as Junxi, Junbao, Yu Shuji, Zanzan, and ultimately, Zhang Sanfeng. At the age of 9, Zhang began his spiritual journey by studying Buddhism under Chan Master Hai Yun. He was an intelligent and insightful man, and this caught the eyes of the local government. He was given the coveted position of a country magistrate, and administered his area with skill and wisdom. Despite this success, however, by the age of 43, he had left his family and his position. Drawn down the spiritual path, he decided to embark on a new life and a new path to pursue the Taoist path of spiritual cultivation. This marked the beginning of his deep dive into Taoist practices and philosophies, a dive that led down all the way to immortality, by most accounts. 4 years later, he was initiated as a Taoist priest by Zhandu, a mysterious figure whose name translates to mysterious stranger, or hermit. The venerable Master Zhandu initiated Zhang Sanfeng into the deep secrets of Taoism, imparting to him the hidden wisdom contained within the Treatise on Understanding Reality by Zhang Boduan, a revered Taoist sage from the Song dynasty. This treatise is a foundational text in Taoist internal alchemy, focusing on the cultivation of inner spiritual and physical health through the harmonization of mind, body, and spirit. After Zhandu's teaching, Zhang graduated to the next step of his ascension. In 1325, at the age of 78, Zhang became the student of the fire dragon immortal on Zheihang Mountain. This hermit imparted to him the secrets of internal alchemy and possibly the formula for the pill of immortality. This practice was once secret beyond words, a profound process of inner alchemy, using the body's natural energies, or Kai, to slowly increase vitality and youth to supernatural levels. This secret meditation of energy manipulation is called Niden. Books Zhang wrote about Niden can be found on the internet. Available to read about all over the internet. Today, the only place you could find it in Song Dynasty China was on top of the mystical Zheihang Mountain, from the lips of the fire dragon immortal itself. Sound impressive? Yeah, that's because it is. Zhang Sanfeng learned internal alchemy, best understood as energy manipulating meditation like Niden, and this is, assuredly, the method indicated by his contemporaries, by Taoist sages after him, and even by modern scholars on the topic, even famous ones like Carl Jung, as the method he used to achieve his state of immortality. Niden, as practiced and perfected by Zhang Sanfeng, is unapologetic about its purpose, and makes no bones about what it's trying to achieve: immortality, nothing less or more. Of course, like most Taoist sages, Zhang Sanfeng would have been well versed on traditional Chinese medicines. The herbs, tonics, and acupressure points that can grant to you uncommon health, balance, and even supernatural levels of vitality, energy, and youth. And if you're not impressed enough with Zhang Sanfeng, let me remind you of one little detail. He was a Shaolin Kung Fu master. Yes, at age 78, he was a formidable martial artist who had learned from the masters of the Shaolin Monastery. And as if that wasn't enough of a flex, he is credited with inventing Tai Chi in Kaigong. In fact, it was during his time on the Wudang Mountains, starting in 1329, that Zhang is believed to have created Tai Chi. This martial art was inspired by observing a snake and a bird in combat, leading Zhang to realize the effectiveness of soft, yielding movements over hard, aggressive ones. One famous story recounts how Zhang, while meditating on Wudang Mountain, saw a magpie attacking a snake. The snake's fluid and adaptable movements inspired Zhang to develop a martial art that emphasized yielding and flexibility, unlike the hard techniques of Shaolin Kung Fu, which were hard and muscular. Tai Chi, thus, incorporates the graceful, reactive movements of animals like the snake and dragon, embodying the principles of Taoist philosophy and internal alchemy. It incorporated his Niden internal energy meditations because Tai Chi, once mastered, is meant to use only Kai, or body energy, to execute movement and self-defense, and as little actual muscular force as possible. Legend holds that Zhang lived an extraordinarily long life, spanning 3 dynasties: the Song, Yuan, and Ming. Reports suggest he reached at least 170 years before ascending to the immortal realms in 1417. However, some accounts claim he lived even longer, with sightings reported as late as 1471, which would have made him 224. Some even believe that he might still be living. Beyond his contributions to martial arts, Zhang is remembered for his mystical abilities and eccentric lifestyle. He was said to possess extraordinary skills such as levitation, the ability to walk without leaving footprints, and even the power to control his body temperature, allowing him to wear light clothing regardless of the weather. Stories also describe him as a towering figure with a crane-like back, tortoise-like appearance, and a long, black beard. In 1303, Zhang supposedly faked his death at Golden Terrace Monastery, only to surprise everyone by coming back to life during his own funeral. This event added to his mystique and reinforced his reputation as an immortal. Throughout his life, Zhang was a wandering hermit, often disappearing for years at a time. This practice of disappearing and walking, maybe flying, around the mystical mountains of ancient China was a bona fide Taoist sage pastime called cloud walking. An avid cloud walker, Zhang Sanfeng traveled extensively, helping others, performing healings, and spreading Taoist teachings. His benevolence and enigmatic presence earned him the admiration of many, and his teachings continue to inspire practitioners of Taoism and martial arts today. Zhang Sanfeng's legacy is immortalized in various Taoist texts and martial arts traditions. Despite the confusion and uncertainty some historians and scholars encounter about him, due to his unconventional life, long years of cloud walking, tendency to change his name whenever he achieved a new spiritual level up, as well as, of course, his unfortunate habit of faking his own death every now and again. But his story is amazing, encapsulating the ideal of the Taoist sage: elusive, wise, and deeply connected to the natural and spiritual worlds. Whether as a historical figure or a legendary immortal, Zhang Sanfeng remains a pivotal figure in Chinese cultural and spiritual history. And, who knows, it's possible he's still cloud walking on Wudian Mountain. That just about wraps up tonight's tale from Lorehound. Follow us as we sniff out more of history's most interesting stories.
As the hound dog entered the dimly lit library, he sensed an aura of mystery surrounding the ancient scrolls. The dusty shelves towered above him as he sniffed his way through the labyrinth of books. Suddenly, he picked up a scent and followed it to a secluded corner. With bated breath, he approached the shelf and pawed at the book, revealing the hidden scroll. As he rolled it out, he knew he had discovered a treasure worth protecting at all costs.